Developers had one job, and that is, what is his typing? What is going on? There's a lot of confusion. Well, I say a lot of confusion. A lot of discussion between whether he's going to be strike or whether he's going to be slash. Now, there's two directions that they can take in order for Kenpachi to be a success, and it's as simple as if he's strike, I think there's going to be more success to be gathered than if he is slash. Now, the dilemma that we're in right now, and again, this is so annoying, like they had the opportunity to be like, this is Kenpachi, this is his typing, give us a couple of days to prep ahead of time. I don't understand why they chose not to say anything, because this is low-key kind of screwing us over big time now. Because I understand that I myself and many of you guys do want to prep ahead of time, right? You know, so that when we pull the man, we can level him up, get him where he needs to be, and then have fun with him. So that part of it is super annoying, and I hope going forward this is something that they kind of learn from, and you know, whenever they do these type of videos ahead of time to inform us about the character or to first show him off or show her off, whoever, they give us a typing, because we're kind of now stumped. So the dilemma that we're in right now is that first and foremost, when it comes to the game, it basically tells us ahead of time on what is going to be catered to in terms of typing wise. Obviously, we've just had Thrust completely done and dusted in terms of having an amazing DPS, the best SR support. say it how you will, but absolutely crazy, right, with Rangiku. So like Thrust right now is looking damn good. I mean, at a later time they can look into releasing a battlefield character, but right now Thrust is pretty much complete, and so that is a typing that is kind of thrown out the equation, meaning that the remaining typing that is in question, that is currently being catered to for the current content that the game has for this week, is strike. Alright, so everything is being catered to strike outside of Thrust, hence why Thrust is being thrown into the mix to say that that is going to be the typing. Hence, I mean, to be fair, if you go back and look at the previous characters, it's always been the same in terms of seeing what the typing that's being catered to. It's always the typing of the previous character, and then the second set of typing that is being shown that is giving us the advantage play is catered to the newer character. So in the case of right now in the game itself, it is giving us the advantage play on the previous character, because of course people have invested into their Thrust, they still want to kind of have that advantage play, and the developers still want to give that. But on top of that, they want to also cater to and give you that incentive to focus on the newer character. Hence why strike is now in the equation with this week's content. Obviously, it could change going the week after, but it's obviously when the Kenpachi releases, all this content is still going to stay the same, so it will kind of follow through until Sunday, because that's when the reset happens, and then typings will change, of course. I assume strike will continue on if that is going to be his typing. So in terms of knowing what the character's typing is going to be, this was pretty much our way of finding out, and it is pretty much the same when it was with Toshiro, when it was with Aizen, when it was with Gin, of course. And so having that in mind, with the game telling us, you know, strike, obviously with the leak it is informing us that it is slash. So I mean, obviously with the leak it can be, well, with the leak it's a little bit untrustworthy, because you know things can change, and we have seen this. But obviously I don't know where the info has been dropping from, but like apparently there is a lot of talks and people finding out to say that even the developers even threw something in here too to say that he's slash. So I don't know if this is the developers playing with us or what, because what is going on? I feel like the developers know exactly what they're doing, and they're absolutely playing with us, being like, oh yeah, he's gonna be slash, yeah, take, and the next thing you know, strike. Now, truth be told, if Kenpachi is slash typing, I think those that have Ichigo aren't going to go too heavy, because honestly my initial thought process was that if he is slash, I might reconsider, because in all honesty, if he is strike, that is where I need to kind of go all in, because my strike element isn't exactly where it needs to be, and with my slash element, and because I've got a fully maxed out Ichigo, I just need to work on his second gear set, and then he'll be in a much better position. I don't need to go as crazy, if I'm being completely honest. Although, just seeing how the developers kind of spoke about Kenpachi, brutal, chaotic style, right? Releases crushing spiritual pressure, increasing attack and breaking enemy defenses, His counter is literally a full-on grab. I'm eager to see on what that damage is going to be like. When the counter animation is actually in place, he actually gets damage reduction. That's crazy. And then obviously once he's in that state, he gets a massive power increase. He gets a huge increases in attack and crit rate. Again, I am eager to see on how that's going to be with his passive to his initial kit that we saw initially, right? And then of course, deals massive damage based on the enemy's missing HP. So the game is like absolutely butcher the enemy, and when they're on that little to last health, let Kenpachi just do what he needs to do. I would have thought maybe this would have been correlated to him, like if he's taking all that damage, but then again, we don't want to take too much damage. So yeah, this is going to be something crazy. The more damage Kenpachi takes, the stronger he becomes. Well, you ask and you shall receive. So like, seeing the way that the developers were explaining Kenpachi, he just sounds like a disgusting DPS character. And this is one of the big reasons why I'm praying for him to be Strike. And again, in terms of wanting to him be Strike or Slash, most are in favor for Strike. Because of course with Slash, I mean, then again, to be fair, I've only seen a very few people who said that they've skipped out on Ichigo. I've only seen a very few. So if he is Strike, W. If he is Slash, I feel like some people are going to be kind of taking a back seat and preparing for whatever's to come for the Chinese New Year, of course. So there's two ways that the developers can play it. They are trolling us to say there's Slash being thrown around the community, but the game is saying Strike. So I'm going to stick with the game. The game has always been right in terms of informing us about upcoming characters with their typing and giving us the advantage play in the game itself. The game has always been right. I can't go off from what the developers are saying or what the communities are saying right now, because it's 100% a troll. It's got to be a troll at this point. If he is Slash, I will genuinely be shocked, because this will be the first time where we've got a character that is a different typing to what the game is giving us the advantage play from. So, but I'm going to say right now, between the whole Slash and Strike, he needs to be Strike. Slash right now is solid. Ichigo Bankai is still doing extremely well. Like for the red typing, he's still solid. I think Strike needs, in my opinion, Strike needs a little bit more support. I'll take more on the supportive side of it, because they're kind of dead in the waters with that. Yoruichi is decent, but in terms of with where the current attackers are at right now, she has fallen behind. She has. So I would much prefer him to be Strike. If he is Slash, I don't know how I feel about that. Don't know how I feel about that. But he looks crazy, regardless. So, Slash Strike, what are we wanting, boys? Are you guys wanting Strike? Or are you guys wanting Slash? I'm on Team Strike. I'm on Team Strike. I want Strike Kenpachi.